Today, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, this is the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The former second-round pick back in 2014, Jimmy Garoppolo trotting into place, looking to guide this San Francisco 49er offense.
And Jimmy Garoppolo has shown that he can be a Super Bowl quarterback, but his biggest problem, his ability to stay healthy and remain on the field. When able, he's a capable quarterback prone to winning games both in the regular and postseason.
On first down, Garoppolo. Flushed out right, and he'll get nothing out of that one. Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Into the secondary, past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And the Chiefs are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one caught by Tyreek Hill.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. On Edwards-Helaire, I don't think he got there. He did not. They'll stop him short. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. The first carry now. This is Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Looking to throw is Mahomes. A quick slant to Hill. And the Chiefs are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Edwards-Helaire. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Darrell Williams. A 3-yard touchdown run. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Room to run past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. Finding room to the 20. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Well, a design run here for Ayuk. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And they go jet sweep. Here's Sanu. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action, throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
To throw, it's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they work this out past the 25. So we've come upon halftime here. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing now is Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They'll run on 1st down. It's Mitchell, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
7 yards, the pickup there. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On play action, now Garoppolo. The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down now, it's Mitchell, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Elijah Mitchell, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. They didn't want the tie. They roll the dice and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like we're just hanging with you. We're going to go ahead and push it to a 1-point lead, and that just changes the complexion of the whole game.
Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 77 yards. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Mahomes will throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try. Tried to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there is really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this incomplete. An excellent play downfield on the football. Might have had a shot to pick it off even. But it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Mitchell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Eluding the pressure right. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Ayuk to return it. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They run the counter. Mitchell, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell, and he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He'll get this complete to Charlie Werner. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First man through, it's the fullback use check. Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
All right, let's put the check mark on the defensive side of the ledger there. Really nice tackle by the man in the middle. But why was he able to get that done? Because he has 4 down linemen in front of him, 2 tackles, 2 ends. And what they often try to do is create what we call a funnel. Right to the man in the middle linebacker, who often leads his team in tackles.
We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Now Garoppolo. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off down near the 5. And the Chiefs have just about sewn up this football game. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking where the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were spurred on by a strong performance.
Estadio Azteca in Mexico City. It's the NFL International Series on EA Sports.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And for all the collegiate success he had, highest passer efficiency rating by a mile, he's a guy who's had his share of detractors at the professional level, but I do like his poise, I do like his moxie, and I love his accuracy.
Now the former Washington Husky, here's Myles Gaskin. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Gaskin again on 2nd down. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And Gaskin, I don't think he got there. No, they're going to mark him short. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. So a 56-yard punt. They'll net 41 after the 15-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
1st down. Here's Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Now it's Burrow. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Christian Wilkins. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. Be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's Gaskin. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 41. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Open man is Uzama. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Jalen Phillips, the edge man on the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now Burrow on 1st down. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
No score after one on EA Sports. They'll give it to Mixon, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, an 8-yard touchdown run, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On 2nd and 12, Tua. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Burrow will throw. Into the secondary, past the 40, and all the way up to the 46.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Tua going to throw. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 7 yards, the pickup there. From the 35 on second down, Tua, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. His throw incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, second quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it and off it in order to get maximum out of it. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. They're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume here. On 2nd and 10, Burrow forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. After the turnover, it's Tua. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Meanwhile, Tua's throws taken in by Waddle. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. A play fake for Gaskin. Now Tua. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Tua, a final shot before half. He's going to float this over the middle deep, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Mixon with a first down carry. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle made by Landon Roberts. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they go play action now. Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And a short gain down to about the 33. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run now with Gaskin. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Trey Hendrickson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got off. Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Oh, design run for their wideout. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. A handoff to Mixon. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Dancing to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone from the 10-yard line in.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10.
At their own 13.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
46 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Burrow on play action. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now it's Burrow. Touchdown!
Jamar Chase on the touchdown throw from Joe Burrow.
And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores. and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Larry Ogunjobi able to get him for a loss of about 3. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
2 to throw.
And this is going to be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Tagovailoa.
Able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
2 are going to try and go quickly here. Finding Gaskin underneath.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Mike Hilton.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 33.
The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for them on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Now Joe Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough. But, yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So.
Today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, this is Madden Football on EA Sports.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Now Darnold. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the 50, it's Darnold.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Breaks a tackle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Darnold from the red zone now. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Anderson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. To throw again on second down. Darnold.
He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
Touchdown, Panthers.
Christian McCaffrey.
An 11-yard touchdown. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown.
On the return is Cooper from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley.
Fighting his way through contact. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 79 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Darnold. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, Darnold. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold, and Thomas has it. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Draw play, Darnold giving to McCaffrey. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. The Panthers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
McCaffrey. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Darnold from the gun. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes this a 14-8 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. On the return, it's Pharaoh Cooper. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25. 125 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. A first down carry for Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Jones signaling, let's go, trying to get his guys up to the line. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. That's caught by Galladay. And the Giants are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. Another try for Barkley. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line. And did he break the plane? Yes, he did. Touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants have tied it here, and they can take the lead if they hit the PAT. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. On the return here comes Amir Abdullah. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. A first down throw, Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers are once again going to retake the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Cooper on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade.
Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On first down, it's Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And the Panthers are going to have a first and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On second down, McCaffrey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Darnold down to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And that's complete to Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard. 65 yards. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But I also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 45 on 2nd down, Darnold, quick slant, caught by Moore. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no return from Cooper. Out it'll go to the 25. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. 146 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Steps away to his left. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Out to the right here to Shepard. And he'll go out of bounds, making it all the way down to the 5. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Giants have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. They're going to run it with Barkley. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Darnold complete on the quick throw to Moore. 30, 10, touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 75 yards. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Cooper on the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Barkley, a first down and more. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. He's got it. Touchdown. It's Daniel Jones fighting Evan Ingram. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. They'll try and run.
This situation should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were...
Today, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, this is the
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now Lawrence on first down. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On play action, Lawrence. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Ernest Jones gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. To try again after the sack. Lawrence caught by Jones. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back deep, Brandon Powell. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. A man who played his college ball in Tallahassee, here's Cam Akers.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run here with Akers. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And a little floater there is incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And now it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. Now Stafford. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Going to run the sweep here. This is Kupp. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. On 2nd and goal. Stafford flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And that's knocked away and incomplete. So a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close that.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods on the touchdown throw from Matthew Stafford. And the Rams are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. 20! Touchdown, Jaguars! Marvin Jones, 69 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. The return is Brandon Powell. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
So now then, the big loss sets up 2nd and 19. They'll toss this right side to Cam Akers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Agnew now to return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. running out of the gun with ETN. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. On third down, Lawrence. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. L.A. readies for its next possession. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he's going to have a Rams first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coaches.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. It's caught. It's Shenault again. And the Jags are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marvin Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jags on just 2 plays have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. But Charles, it's the second quarter. Your team's losing. You're not playing well as the quarterback, but like I said, it's the second quarter, so how worried right now are you?
You're concerned
but you're not panicked because you know there's still an opportunity. No one's excited about his stat line right now. 1 touchdown pass, okay, that's cool, but he's throwing an interception as well. Can he eliminate the mistakes and keep making the positive plays, the good plays? That's what they're looking for from him.
Time to find out if he can do just that. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Out to his left. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. From the red zone now, Stafford. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't.
And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp as time expires in the 1st half. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying this game on the final play of the 1st half. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They show great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they...
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the 2nd half gets started. The return is Powell. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the 1st half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack, and they're staring up at a 3rd and long. A quick pass to Kupp. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a 1st down as he stopped at the 48. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a 1st down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll run here with Akers. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 2nd down and goal. Stafford, right side complete. That's Woods. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Here's Stafford. And it's caught. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
They'll run for it with Akers. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers taking it in from a yard out. And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with the touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And incomplete on the deep ball. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
No, sir.
Taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 50. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 7, Stafford. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it. It helped pop that ball free.
And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. They snap it to Stafford. Eluding the pressure. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did. This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And he Gets it away, and it falls down incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll get this off to Etienne. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. On 1st down, Lawrence. Finds the open target, Arnold. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Lawrence on 3rd down. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. But to throw again is Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. Touchdown Jaguars! Travis Etienne from 3 yards out. And the Jaguars have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Being chased out left. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Stafford's throw here hauled in by Cup. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. 58 yards rushing for him now to this point. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. On the handoff, it's Akers. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
in, but it did not. It's no good. So a chance to give his guys a second-half lead there, but it goes by the wayside.
And, Brandon, that's the worst sound in the world for an NFL kicker. Gong!
That was good. Do that. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after...
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Here's Powell on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Little pitch play, toss play. Allows the running back get some vision and some big guys to get out in front. This time they did it to the right side.
Yeah, went to the right side. Is there a preference, right or left, for a lot of these guys that run the ball at this level?
I know in the good old days, most teams were constructed to run to the right side. I can't tell you exactly why. That was the power side. The left side was what they used to call the quick side. But in this case, the power won.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one because now you've got a third and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
On second and goal, Stafford. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.